40%. It just shows the power in what you do in this game and what you can do and how it can literally save lives. Isn't that an amazing thing to know that all the work that I put in, all this effort that I'm putting in is to save lives just through my hard work and dedication to the game. Because one day, if I might have the opportunity to perform and show my skills so well that a whole country is watching, and it lowers the crime rate by 40%.
What are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah. What are you thinking? Hey. What are you thinking? Hey. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah.
Welcome back to another edition of the Arnold's Thoughts podcast on the ATP network. I am your host, Arnold Lewis, and this is your first time. I help athletes prepare mentally for a life of overseas basketball. If you want to get your mental mind right, bro, this is the place to be. If you're new to the show, I always ask everybody just, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it out there to a hooper who looking to get right playing overseas basketball. Because that's what the show is about. It's about getting your mind ready to play the game of basketball professionally overseas. You got a million people teaching you how to get your handles right, get your jump shot going. You got to be the shooter. You got so many guys nowadays that can just school you on the game of getting right physically. Like anything that you want nowadays, you can just go on your Instagram or whatever, TikTok, and just watch them all day, and they will give you everything you need, and you can be successful. Just like on my page. All I do is talk about every single situation that I could possibly think of that I've went through, and then share it with you guys. And 100%, I am not the only one, because you just started getting the not reactions, but the reactions from guys that's in the game, that's been in the game, and all they want to do is just tell their story of it and how guys just have this misconception of what the game is really like. The game is the game, and we get so caught up in just playing the basketball game and not the life game of living over here. Like, you really have to get your mind right and set to a certain standard to be able to just, one, reap the benefits of everything that life has to offer. That's first and foremost. Because if your mindset is not right, then you're not going to be able to handle everything that's going to be thrown at you. You're going to fall off. I think I've seen a stat or something. It's like 75 to 80% don't make it past their first year overseas. Not even to talk about the guys who don't even make it overseas. You know what I mean? They don't even make it to their first team. And then it's just so hard to just get on after that. Like, you really got to dominate and just do something your first year, your first round, because there ain't too many chances. Because every single season, people are leaving the league, they're leaving college, there are pros that are already in countries. It's just so much competition. It is so much competition that leads to the markets being oversaturated, meaning guys are taking $500, $600 for jobs. It's just COVID. When COVID hit, that took a big hit on everybody's check, and like, people are getting back to that bread they're making, but it was like, oh, COVID, you ain't got no money. Like, that's why it's good to have certain teams in certain countries set up to where you can just always have a place to go. Like I said, in Chile, I forever. That's why I went. They called me, hey, pull up. All right. I needed a place to hoop. Nobody was pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? They did. I got that over a lot of guys looking for a chance. Didn't get it. So, just goes to show, like, what you're working towards. how you need to set your career up, and how you just need to get your mind right. Understand that your mindset in all of this is what matters the most. There's a lot of competition, but what a lot of guys aren't doing is they're not focusing on the mental part of the game because they're not understanding the mental life parts that's going to come your way. Just the back and forth of, okay, I go hoop and then I come home and then I'm going to get cut, and then it's no stability. Unless you just come out making $100,000 a year, a season, and you're doing that consistently for like 5, you're different. But the majority, guys are not coming out making those 10 bands a month, $10,000 a month. Don't let nobody lie to you. Do not let nobody lie to you. Don't let them boys hype you up. There's a lot of guys out here who spending that money that they get. I've been victim of it. Just spending that money as fast as you get it, because you know I'm going to go right back to another season and get it right back. Especially if you was winning championships. I was winning championships, so I'm like, I'm good. I'm just going to go back and win another one. I won 3 in a row, so I just got arrogant and like, there's nothing. I'm going to keep doing it. You know what I mean? I did. But I blew through all that bread. I blew through all of that money, just not understanding what I understand now. Understanding the power of media, understanding the power of gaining information and the time that we get to have as a professional basketball player. As a pro, you're able to do certain things you won't be able to have the time. You just to try to keep up with the demands that are in America. I'm just speaking on the people that I know, or my area of expertise, I would say, because I grew up in America. Living there and seeing how much people, like the way people have to live, rent is like $2,000. Rent, mortgage is up to like $2,000. Loans, we owe like $35 billion in debt. Like, we're a consumer state. And it's just like, you have to work to pay for that. And payments are not increasing. ChatGPT is coming over. People don't even know what ChatGPT is still to this day. I use it every day. My point is, you have to understand that there is a gift in this life. It's more than just the money that you acquire. I did a lot like my last episode, but like I said, I got this new camera and it just cut off on me, so it kind of just killed the whole video, which was kind of whack. But it is what it is. But just talk about the free time that you have to build something, and how taking less money from a team to be in a better situation. Because I'm thinking of the long run. I'm thinking of a position in a place that I can be in with no issues or no problems, and I know like we got a good enough team to win it, so I'm going to be still being able to compete. We just had a great win last night. I had like 12 and 12, picked up like 3 fouls in a row, didn't even play like the last halfway minute, 5-minute mark in the third, and then I came back in, picked up a foul immediately, came out, pretty much didn't play none of the fourth. Our team got it done. When your team can win and you're not on the court and the locals is balling, yeah, bro, got a good chance. When we got a good chance, and we just beat the number 1 team on our side, yep, got a good chance. So I feel good about the team. I'm good with the situation. I know the country. I'm thinking of the long-term run of, you know what I'm saying? I can just really stay here, take less money because it makes more sense, instead of going to a country like Argentina, which I'm really not too fond of, if I'm just being honest. I have met great coaches that I would love to play for again, but I'm just not fond of just the Bravo, like just the way of play in the basketball. Do I like, yeah, it's good basketball. But to each his own. I played there enough to just know, like, it's in the culture. It's not even really the basketball. It's just in the culture of the people, of how they carry themselves in basketball. It's weird. You know what I mean? It's just weird, in my opinion. And I'm just not too fond of it. I'm trying to go to Asia. I'm trying to play somewhere in Asia. That is what my goal is. I've been trying to get to Japan. Somewhere in Asia where I can just build and take my talents now and just finish out the rest of my years over there. And I'll probably come over here to like retire. I'm like 42 or something. Cause they always gonna want you back. Come here, retire. I don't know how long. I'm just letting it, I know I'm in peak performance right now. And I'm gonna be riding it out and keep doing what I need to be doing to ensure it's a long run. Why? Because I got all this free time. Look at all this free time. I have to just do something and create something, and understanding the power and the gift in that, and sacrificing $1,000 or $2,000 in order to get something greater, which is the time. If you're at the crib and you're working all the time, you're not gonna have the time to go. Let me just sit back. I was dealing with trying to figure out how my microphone can connect to my camera, and it just was not working. And I'm watching the YouTube videos, and they're like, you just do this, and that's it. Well, I did this and did that, and that wasn't it. And I did it and did it again, and it still wasn't it. And I'm just like frustrated. And I'm like, bro, I was supposed to start recording an hour and a half ago. I started recording right when we're supposed to go to a barbecue, because you know the team just won a big win. Now they're trying to get everybody get together and all of that. Well, I'm sitting here BSing around, and I'm like, I need to record. I need to record. I will go into the next segment. The next segment is fact over feelings, and in this segment, we're gonna be talking about the bumps in the road. So the bumps in the road is just the notches that life gonna give you. Like, okay, I have a friend. Story time. I have a friend. I won't go into too much details about her, but she was telling me she was just dealing with a situation. She was in a situation where she got an encounter with somebody. I'll spare you all the details, but she got into an encounter with somebody that was just, some people just have no love for life, and they will do anything to make everybody else's life miserable around them. There are people like that. There are people that are willing to just be as nasty and cruel as they possibly can to you for no reason at all. Just because they deal with their own insecurities and all the things that they have to deal with in their life, they just feel, who's ever in my vicinity, you're in harm's way of what I got going on. And just the sight of you, whoever you are, will enrage them. It's like that sometimes. And she was like, I finally understand what you mean by people just being nasty and just basically just deceiving just for no reason. Like, no reason at all. Like, that's life. You learn, you just learn. You know? Okay, you just have to learn sometimes. You just have to go through things to learn, and that's all it is, because you're just getting prepared for something else. And just her experience of going through that type of harassment and the type of negativity towards some person, she was really like, man, I can't believe people are actually like this. And that's how it is. Those are the bumps in the road. So next time it might be an issue with your car, your job, your visa, everything, all at one time. Bump in the road. That's just how it is sometimes. But we can't get discouraged in those times. That's literally, it's like getting notches on the belt. You just got another one. You know what I mean? You just add to your collection. You're building blocks. You're just building up. Because you gotta be strong in this life. In my preference, in my belief, you have to be strong in this life. You have to have a sense of fight in you. A boxer cannot fight without taking hits. You're going to take hits. You're going to take a lot of hits in this life. You're going to have a lot of bumps in the road. You're going to crash. You're going to be stranded. You're going to be lost. But you just keep going. Because that's life. And even though she's going through this situation, she did one of the most important things that you can do is understand that this is this is made for me to be stronger. Just that self-acceptance of, I know this situation happened for me to make me stronger. I couldn't understand it, but I understand why now. You know, that's a sense of growth that we could look at in these situations. The faster we're going to be upset, you're going to be mad, you're not going to want to just talk about it or just be like, I ain't gonna lie. She was trying to tell me and I was like, just forget about the guy. Because dude was doing some crazy things. Like the dude was literally writing her text messages about the internet. And I'm like, listen, you're not over there. It was like her roommate. And I'm like, you're not over there anymore. If he's lying, let him lie. Who cares? He's going to lie regardless. You know, he's going to lie regardless. Forget him. The more you keep reading every little single crazy thing, block the dude. I would have been blocked him. Nope. I'm going to just go through and just, listen, look what he writing now. That is adding fuel to the fire. And maybe I was like, you know what? In the moment, I was wrong because I was just being too objective and not being more attentive of another person's feelings regardless of how I see it. I sometimes misunderstand, or not misunderstand, it's just my mind thinks so logical in situations. And I've been through so much situations that made me a certain way as far as being able to accept things. I had to accept my grandmother's death. I had to accept my father's death. I had to accept one of my best friends' death while playing overseas. It kind of just molds you. I was away from my daughter for a year and a half when she was a year and something years old. I didn't get to see her. You know what I mean? To going through that, then my dad died, and I'm still not seeing my daughter all in one time. Going to court, losing money, all kinds of things. Just fresh off of knee surgery. It's just a lot can happen at one time. A lot can happen at one time. But if you just keep, I'm a living testimony. I just kept going. I just kept going through all the bumps in the road. And I got to the point where I can just accept things like that. Because I've been through them so much. I've been through them so much, I understand that, you know what, bro, the faster you accept it, the faster things will just move on. But everybody's not there yet. And I can't just jump to the conclusion and be like, bro, just forget it, blah, blah, blah. Don't give it no energy. Keep pushing. Forget all about that. You know what I'm saying? Just zone it out. Exit off in your mind. Scratch it off like it don't exist. You are obsolete in my mind. But that takes practice and time. And you can't rush nobody into that. So that was a learning lesson for me. Can't rush nobody into learning what you already know. Just like I can't rush nobody into being a pro. That's because I know what to do. And they don't. I can't rush you. Like, you should know this by now. You should do. Like, I can't rush somebody's growth. I can just give out the information. Hope that you take it. Hope that you apply it. Hope that it fits you in your life. If it does, use it. If it doesn't, don't use it. Turn it off. Turn off the video. Turn off the audio. Skip. Go to a different one. But if it serves you, you know, whatever the things that come and are negative, do not fuel that fire. You know, do not fuel that fire. Don't feed into it. What you pay attention to grows. Whatever your intentions and whatever you're paying attention to is going to grow. So let's focus more on the growth of how this was just made for us. This was a test for us to be able to show how we're going to overcome this type of difficulty that we may have never experienced before. May have been our first time in that type of situation, and just don't know how to handle it. Never been here before. Never ran into just a shicey type of person that just gonna do some grimy stuff just cause. You ever meet one of them? A shicey, grimy, no good, just I'm a slime ball just cause I'm a slime ball and I'm out to slime some people up. There are people like that. Just negative, it just, nope, I'm not even gonna keep talking about it because that's negative. So that's all I got for this section of Fact Over Feelings. We just gotta enjoy the bumps in the road. It's made for us. It's for our pruning process. It's made for us to just be greater people. Made for us to level up. It's made for us to be a testimony to someone else who also went through it, because everything that we go through, somebody probably behind us either going to go through that same thing that you're going to be related to, and just you're saying how you got through that is going to make them, it's going to help them. So, moving on, man. Moving on. I got to be sure. Matter of fact, moving on to Keys to the Game. Now, this segment of Keys to the Game, we will be talking about betting. Now, my homeboy told me, do not talk about this. But I can't help it. I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about on my show. And I believe if I hold things back, then it's just going to defeat the purpose of why I come on here and explain what I explain. These are keys to the game. These are the keys that you need to be successful in the overseas basketball life. So, one key to know is you need to understand the betting world when it comes to basketball and how big it is. It is such a big industry. The betting world of basketball is just such a very big industry. And you must understand what you're getting yourself into. You must understand that there are going to be teammates that throw games. There are going to be teammates that's out there doing some, like, why you playing like that? Trying to cover the spread. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about on my team. I'm just talking about just the whole world. Maybe because I'm just not hip to it. Maybe it's just not me, because I always see how it switches people up, how they change, like something that can make you actually change your whole demeanor and be playing. That's crazy. Like, I didn't put in mad work. Think about it, you didn't put in all this work. You didn't did all this work to just finally get to a stage to where you're actually making good money. You're actually getting picked up by teams, and you get caught for betting. Betting on games or on your game. If you get caught, it's over with. You're done for. Betting on your own game. But they got to know that everybody's doing it. They got to know that everybody's doing it, because literally everybody's doing it. And I see some of my friends, like, they bet on every single game all day. NBA, overseas, tennis, whatever it is, they bet. And I'm like, it's really crazy, the world of like betting when it comes to sports. So you gotta understand, like, wherever you're going, 99% of the chance they're betting on the game. 99% of the time they're betting on the game. Especially if it's like a blowout game and you know you're supposed to cover. That joint is like, I told some of my homeboys, like, bro, you gotta cut that joint out, bro. You gotta cut it out. I ain't saying nothing gonna happen to you, but you just gotta cut it out. One, because it's like one of those vacuums that are of what would just take your money away and not realize it, because you're gonna win here, you're gonna lose here, you're gonna win here, and you're gonna be like, man, I was up, I should have did this. I was told a recent story of a guy that's in the hole, 80 grand, $80,000. He's in the hole, $80,000. For what? For being betting on games, and you down and you trying to come back up. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is something you need to make sure you pay attention to when you get into this game, because if you find yourself in a hole and now you're out here playing to get off debt instead of playing to stack bread and use that to invest and create something, build something for yourself, and you lose all that bread and you get caught up. There's many ways to get caught up with it. You can get caught betting on a game, on your own game. You can get caught getting in a hole too deep because you over leveraged and now you're stuck. And now, I don't know why, like, for most players, basketball is their number one job. Like, this is my main source of income. Is playing professional basketball. Like, nothing that I do at the crib that I go work will give me the type of ROI on my money like basketball would. So I know that that's 95% of the people in the game right now. Basketball is their main source of income. That's why we focus on making sure we use the free time that we have to gain as much information, or it gain us time to create something that when we're done, we can make the same amount of basketball, like same amount of money or more, because we use the free time we have. Because it's too much time. It's too much time to not eat, like to learn something and just grow and become. It's ridiculous about the fact that I could just literally have an off day every other day, not do anything, and that's a day. Like that's the day. I just got paid. There's many that go weights for an hour, go shoot around for an hour. That was practice. You get paid. And then the rest of the day, you do whatever you want. 2 hours of the day, you get paid for 2 hours of the day. 2 hours, and the rest of the time you can go ahead. Some of the days you don't even do nothing. So, back to what I was saying, the betting. Understand that when it comes down to your teams, understand if you feel different about it, there ain't nothing you're going to be able to do about it because it's too big. Matter of fact, the sponsors of our league is one of the biggest sponsors in the whole country. They're sponsoring our league. So, it ain't going to stop. People are going to do it. It ain't going to stop. You just got to understand that before you get into the game. Understand that, hey, guys are going to be betting on the games. I got to just be prepared for myself regardless of whatever happens. Good or bad, I just got to go out there and handle and do what I got to do. Regardless of what anybody else does, I got to handle myself. I got to make sure that I'm straight to be able to deal with some of the nonsense that are bound to come my way. It's bound to come your way no matter what, that you're going to go through some type of nonsense in this aspect when it comes to dealing with somebody trying to throw a game or somebody trying to get the spread or something like that. Just deal with it. It ain't that, you know what I mean? You're going to have to just deal with it and bite that one. I personally won't partake in it. I just can't see. I work too hard, bro. That's just a personal preference of me. I know there's a bunch of guys that do it. I know there's a bunch of guys that there is no problem. It's a lot of guys that do it. I'm just not one of them. Don't sit right with me, bro. Maybe it's because I believe and I know that I have I have an addictive spirit to when I see something and I connect, I hit with it, it's like, I ain't doing that. I learned that when I was going to Colombia, my first time going to Colombia. And right before then, I was staying with this guy who I went to college with. We played basketball together. And when we were playing basketball together, he let me stay at his house. His stepdad, let me stay at his crib. He was taking me to pro-ams. He was flying us out to overseas camps to try to get on with the team. And I remember he used to always have some little bit of extra money. He probably had like 2 racks. Let's go to the casino. Let's go to the casino. Let's go to the casino. So always going with him to the casino. I ain't had no bread though. Next thing you know, I don't know what happened. I think the dude gave us like $20. Everybody winning, but he tried to make it like, well, if you hit, I gave you the dub, so you gotta basically break me off type. And he was looking like, nah, you know what I mean? So he just gave him the bread back, but he actually kept some of the money, and then he gave me a dub. So I had my own dub, a dub, $20. I took that dub and I ran it up to like 200. I was hooked. So when I was flying to Colombia, I stopped in this little island. It's a little island. I had a layover for like 12 hours. And I just won some money at the casino. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get there since I got like an 18-hour layover. I'm going to just go rent me a little hotel so I can sleep. Since I just came up on the bread, it's only going to be for one night. I'll allocate that $80 to getting a good night's sleep in a hotel where I could just chill. I go into the town. It's like the smallest little island. I can't remember what the name of it is. So I never even knew it existed. It's a small island, and it's just straight casinos on there. Like straight casinos on the island. Like straight casinos. You come from the water, come off the water, you go straight onto the plane. The runway is runway water. You're on the island. So I go to the casino, boom. I get right back to what I always do, roulette. I'm playing, I'm back and forth, I'm back and forth, I'm back and forth. I lose like $30. I ain't tripping. Boom, I go do $50. Hit, double up, got it back, lost it. Got it back, lost it, got it back. Went up like 350, lost all of it. Like, damn, gotta get it back. Took out my other, now this money I ain't supposed to be touching now. Took out other money, ran that up, dang, 100, double up. I'm down though, I'm still down like 600. I got 200, lost it all. I had about $100 left out of like 600. I ran up and down, lost. So now I can't get the hotel. So now I had to go back to the airport and just sit there for like 14 hours in the corner like this with like no jacket, and it was freezing in the corner on the ground. And that was the day I was like, yo, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. That is not for me. That's why I think that's exactly what happened that made me say, you know what, I'm not doing this betting thing. Forget that, bro. Nah, it ain't for me. For me, I'm cool on it. Look, that's all I got for that segment of Keys to the Game. Just understand the world that you're getting into. Understand the world that you're getting into. They're going to be betting. It's like that. Just prepare yourself, prepare your mind. Be careful. Moving on, man. There's a few topics I wanted to talk about. It's a lot been going on over here in this country. I'm going to give like an update of just how it is here in Chile at this current time. It's actually something crazy actually just happened. It looked like a movie. It's on Chile news information page. Go look it up. They are about to. It's like the way they went and protested in front of his shop. They're throwing stuff at his shop. I'm talking about swarms of people coming like, no, get this dude. They're trying to bust his shop up. Crazy. You just don't never see no situations like that just randomly happening. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, that's such a weird situation, but it's like, once you over here in these countries and you live in these situations out, it's kind of like dang, They really going ham. They finna really murk this dude off of these dogs. Off of these dogs, because they treat dogs like dogs run around like they people. They treat the dogs like they people. They be on the street. I ain't never seen a dog over here that looked like he was starving. Like in America now, I don't really see too many stray dogs. Like they did a good job. They cleaned up all the stray. You hardly ever see a stray dog. Like they don't exist anymore. Here, it's a dog on every corner. And I ain't talking about no little dog. I'm talking about a big dog. Like he been eating good. People take care of him just like that. They live on the street. They know ain't nobody finna mess with you. You just be chilling. Somebody gonna come give you a big sandwich. I seen it the first time I ever came out here. This dude just walked up to this dog, handed him like this huge sandwich. It was like a huge sandwich. He just walked up, started feeding the dog, petting him like he knew him. They treat the dogs just like, they do that in Argentina too. They treat the dogs like they're human. They go to the stoplight, wait, everybody wait, dog cross the street with everybody, he go his way. I'd be like, I ain't hating on the dogs, but it's crazy. Like they really interact with them like they're regular people. And it's like, they're going to take care of them. Another situation that I realized when being like overseas, like I'm speaking mainly about Chile right now, but another situation that I realized is the dentist bills, like the bills you have to take care of, or not even bills, like going to the dentist, the checkups, those type of things are just so much cheaper here. That's why I talk about it so much time about this life. It's such a benefit because there are some things that are just so much of a luxury when it comes to like health insurance and getting your teeth. I went and got my teeth cleaned today. Going to the dentist is like ridiculously more cheaper. I don't know if I said that word right, but it's so much cheaper to get a cleaning, just a regular cleaning. I remember going to the States. I was just trying to look for a cleaning. I'm like, I haven't been to the dentist in a long time. This is a couple years ago. I hadn't been to the dentist in a long time, and I just looked up a local spot, like how much for a cleaning. They were like $500. $500 for a teeth cleaning. Just clean it. Like the regular checkup clean. Over here, I just got the same type of cleaning for $28. I also did that in Thailand. It's like $30. The most you would spend is like $25 to $30 to get your teeth cleaned by a dentist. And it's just like, it is ridiculous how the life in America, how much like they charge us for so much things. And when you come over here, people come over here and have a completely different life. You have because you're so accustomed of being, it's so crazy because over in the States, you be like, man, we're being taken advantage of. And over here, you be like, that's it? And you feel, and people, most times guys come from over the States and they stay here and they live this life of luxury. Or not a life of luxury, but they live a life so much better because they're so used to how it is in the States compared to coming to another country and you're just living it up, like not living it up, but you have a great life. I met a guy when I was in Colombia. He was an older head. He was like, man, I bought me a whole apartment out here. I live here and I visit the States. It's way cheaper for me down here. I got a way better spot. I'm on a like beach. It was a tourist town on the beach. I'm chilling, like, man, I'm chilling. He was like 65. He used to hoop. Like, I just ran into another guy. He used to play basketball back in the days. Now he's working with a university and he's teaching the under U18 kids, like training them. Come out here, do it from the Bronx. Old head now, just out here chilling, working, speak the language, great, like it's his language. Guys come out here and have a whole different experience. You really got to come out here and have a whole different experience. That's just one of the testaments and one of the blessings of the life. You get to be in a different position and like experience this type of life. It's so crazy to me even sometimes when I think about it, it's so crazy to me. Like, bro, I'm really blessed to really be out here playing basketball and just chilling. It is a great feeling because you feel sometimes in this game you're just trying to find your stability, and then when you find a place that is actually stable with you and they actually take care of you, that is a blessing that you'll never want to take for granted. You never want to take that for granted. And quick update, brand new update. I had to do something with the camera, and I checked my phone, and your boy got Player of the Week. They just announced it. They tagged me in it, which is dope. I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it. Ooh, they got your boy. They got your boy with his eyes closed on his free throw routine. Hey man, they showing love. They showing love. They showing love. I rocks with it. I rocks with it. I appreciate it. They showing love. Like, they out here showing your boy out here doing his thing. You know? That's why I come on here and talk. You see, I don't just be out here talking, you need to be doing this and doing that and getting your mind right. This is because I got my mind right. This is all the mentally staying locked in, staying ready, all the times at home, making sure that everything that I did, every step, every waking up in the mornings, going for extra runs, hitting the gym 6 days out of the week, just always staying mentally locked into the game. So when you do come, and I still feel like, man, I ain't even performed to my best yet. I got so much more to give and to do. And it's like, in my mindset, that's what it is. But I'm far exceeding what I'm doing on the court. Or I'm doing exactly what I said. You know what it is? What it doesn't surprise me, and I feel like I always could do more and play at another higher level at all times, because I do this every day when I write down in my journal, and I write, every single day, I am an MVP and I'm a champion. I am an MVP and I am a champion. I write these down for almost now a last year. I write that I'm an MVP, I'm a champion. I'm an MVP, I'm a champion. These are the things that happen. I think since I've been here, I've won an MVP like 3 times already in 5 games. I got the Latin Basket Player of the Week. These are the things that happens when you set your mind to a certain level and you get it to the point to where all those times that you're back at home, waiting on the team, dealing with the life situations, you're staying mentally locked in and you're staying focused on the main thing, and that's being great at your game in your life. That is what it's about. How great can you be for yourself? The only person in the mirror, how much better are you getting? How much better are you doing for yourself, for your mind, for your soul? That's why I talk a lot about the meditation, talk a lot about the visualization, we talk a lot about journaling, because it's a mindset that you must have. And you know what I'm gonna call that? I'm gonna call that the 88 rule. It's the 88 rule. The 88 rule. 7 championships in 8 years. It's the 88 rule. You just gotta follow the rules. I'm coming up with the rules. I'm setting it up. Y'all hearing it first. I'm setting up the rules. I'm making the rules. I'm going to create the 88 rule blueprint. Boom! That's it. The 88 rule blueprint. I'm going to create that. In real time, I write these things down every day. And that's why I'm like, when it happens, I'm not surprised, because I expected this to happen. Because I put work in for this to happen. It's supposed to happen. I write it down every day. I'm MVP and I'm a champion. So I need to win championship. I'm going to win the championship. Because I say it. Hey, MVP, champion. MVP, championship. Be the best of the best. I want to be the best player on the best team in the league. Whatever league I'm in, I want to be the best player on the best team and win the championship. I want it. And I have to do the things necessary in order to obtain it. That means getting up and doing my meditation in the morning. That means getting my sleep. That means training when I don't. Well, I always feel like training. Today was supposed to be an off day. I make sure I go hit the gym for 45 minutes and get my body moving with the weights, and then went and got shots up. Put up, make 150 real quick. It's just the compound effect of I didn't only just go to shoot. I also went and worked out. And I just won an MVP over a 3-game stretch of the week. And the first thing I do is get up and go put in work. Chopping wood, carrying water. Kyrie said it best. Chopping wood, carrying water. Kobe said it. The results don't really matter. And then you start understanding like they don't, because all you're obsessed with and all you're striving and getting addicted to is the work that you must put in, and then the results will start to show on themselves. Like they will start to manifest on themselves. What you believe in will manifest in the work that you put in behind it. So all this time, like I look at it sometimes, like these little moments, real time, show and give me even more confidence. This is a real life confidence builder for me right now. For when I talk to you guys and I just express my story, or not story, but just experiences, so we can analyze it and you can learn from what I went through, or just take something from what I'm going through and you can apply it to you. It's like when I talk about going to the gym, putting in a little bit of extra work, going to put some shots up, you're like, well, you wasn't in there a long time, but you went you went and you didn't have to. I got 3 hours of sleep, went to the dentist, came home, ate something, went to the gym. I sluggered my way in there, but I was in there. I still hit the gym. I still put my shots up. That's that compound effect that you just add every single day. Okay, we won MVP. What's next? That's words from my college coach, Coach Broadnex. What's next? What's next for you in your life? What's next? Regardless, you win, lose, draw, what next? You know? And for me, I've just understood that what is the fuel in the engine that runs all your accomplishments is the work that you're going to put in. The work that you put in will be the determining factor of what you get out of this game, out of your life. That will be the determining factor. But first, it must be made known that you must get your mind there first. You have to understand that the faster you're able to train your mind to get to that type of discipline in yourself. Not even discipline, I would say. You do need discipline, but to create the habits. What's the saying of this broadcast, this show? Greatness is a habit, not a right. And I truly believe that. Greatness is a habit, not a right. Because you will be great by the habits that you do. You will be great in your own right by the habits that you do. What are the habits? Do you have greatness habits in you that allow? Once you have the greatness habits in you, nothing else will stop you from being what you are. We are a sum of all of our habits combined, regardless. What are your habits? Is greatness your habit? Do you know how to train your mind and train your body to be or to have the greatness habit? Turn your habits into greatness. And what do you have the mindset for it? Not the drills, not the moves, not the training facility, but the mindset. Do you have the mindset? Do you know what it takes to get the mindset to be great? Because you can think like, man, I'm just content being where I'm at, which is cool for a lot of guys. But I truly believe that if you are doing something, doing it at the highest level is the only way that you can strive to do it at. Even if you do not reach the highest level. What is your highest level? What is your highest level that you're trying to achieve for yourself that will attain to you getting the best out of your life and functioning how you need to function instead of how this person did it, and measuring your success and your growth to another person? We've all been fall victim to it. I have myself. That's why I can talk about it, because we have all been in that situation before. But it's just obtaining the greatness habit. You know, get up, work, just keep going. And you know, sometimes I struggle with that when it comes to this podcast and this show, and you know, building everything, building my social media, building out the books that I have. You know, y'all get you started on your journey to play the game. What you need to know, like this is a part of that mindset. This is a part of that information that I'm giving about the mindset that you need. I put it in the book. Like, these aren't stuff that you go to the gym and do. These are stuff that you start putting inside your brain and in your mind to understand what you're getting yourself into and how to get it. That's the mindset. That's the mindset shift. And you know what? I'm actually pick up a book and read it, or listen to an audio book and read on what it is to come. That has been the game changer of a person making it from 1 year to at least 3 years. That'll get you at least 3 years, guaranteed. Just applying those traits that are in that book will give you a guaranteed 3 years of playing pro. I have no doubts about that. Because it's a mindset shift. And that's what most guys don't never understand. It's the mindset shift. But you have to have the certain habits that would align with that. If you don't change that, I digress. You know, but I am grateful. I thank God for that. I thank God for, you know, seeing the work that you put in actually show itself right out in front of you. You know, I'm ecstatic. Can't you tell? I am very ecstatic and I'm very grateful. I think that's the perfect time to just say how much grateful I am for just staying the course. Staying the course. Just because in this game, there is no ceremony when you're done. It is what you make out of it. So every enjoyment, every little bit of success you have along the road, enjoy it. Enjoy your success. Hey, I got an MVP of a game. Great. Enjoy it. Cherish it. And then move on to the next day. Do it again. Because that's gone. Can't live there no more. It's gone. What's next? Do it again. Okay, now we got to go. Now we're continuously working. You know? We have to keep going. But when it happens, you take the time, I see it. Hey, you know what? Thank God. You know? It's what a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. I'm truly grateful for that. That's amazing, you know? To know where I came from being told, I was talking to my friend today when we was getting shots up, from being told that I'll never be able to play basketball again, to just leading the league and scoring, getting MVPs, 3-4 MVPs in a matter of 2 weeks. Like, I was told I was never supposed to play again. Doctor looked me in my eye and said, you would never play basketball again. I would never play basketball again. Doctor looked me in my eye and said, you would never play basketball again. In my mind, I was like, nah, bro. I don't accept that one bit. From that moment to sitting here looking at another MVP that I just earned, God is good. God is good, bro. It's just like stay the course. You just gotta really, like all the sayings, just stay the course, bro. Y'all be on the Instagram, y'all know the sayings. Stay the course, bro. Your time is coming. You just gotta keep going. I be seeing them all the time. I be using them. That's how I know. I be using them. So, you know what I mean? But it's true. And what I realized, sometimes you hear something, but you're not ready to hear it. Like, people say that, and you don't really understand. Even with me, that happened to me like yesterday, or the other day, and I heard something, And I heard it before and it didn't make sense. I heard it, I understood it, but it didn't click. And then I heard it again and it made all the sense in the world to me. It was like a different layer, a different level of understanding that I got. I just heard the same thing. I just heard it at a different stage in life. And I understand. I'm like, wow, I got that. I got that. You know what I mean? Like, I got that. Moving on, man. I'm going to cover a few more things. Oh, I want to give a little shout out to the Chile national team 3-on-3. One of my teammates. Actually, I play with all these guys. One of the guys' name is Carlos Lawler. He's my current teammate. He just went crazy last night. He got the MVP last night. You know what I'm saying? He held us down, had like 26 and 8, knocking that joint down, hitting some shots. He definitely balled out. And he got a little mustache gang. He did a little. He said he's keeping it now because he went crazy that game. Him and 2 other guys that I played with on my last team in Conception. These guys won, or they classified to go to the next round in like you know how they had those FIBA national games, not like the FIBA Cup games. They moved and they moved up. They won. They made it to like the national stage, the final stage, and they won like a medal. I think they got like 2nd or 3rd place. I don't know what it was, but it was like that changed the whole culture of the whole country. When they was doing that, it just shows the impact of the sport in basketball and how much it moves people, because when they were playing and they were going to the next round and passing and winning, the whole country was watching. They say the crime rate, I was talking to one of my teammates, and he told me, the crime rate dropped 40% as they were playing, when they were playing, because they kept winning and kept winning. 40%. It just shows the power in what you do in this game and what you can do and how it can literally save lives. Isn't that an amazing thing to know that all the work that I put in, all this effort that I'm putting in is to save lives just through my hard work and dedication to the game? Because one day, if I might have the opportunity to perform and show my skills so well that a whole country is watching, and it lowers the crime rate by 40%. So that is the mindset you must take on. I go back to that. Think about it that way. Think about, you just saved 40%. You just decreased the crime rate 40% due to your hard work and dedication to a game. To yourself, not to the game, to yourself, to go all out on the things that you say. You want to be a pro one day and you want to be an overseas basketball player, you got to understand this is a mindset that you must adopt, that you must just absolutely change and understand what you're playing for is something bigger than just yourself. And you have the time and the moments to really create something, to really create a change, to really save lives. You really have a chance to save lives. Like when people come out to watch you and you make it and you playing on the final. I played on the final stage and all the people in the stands and people, 20,000 people outside and the whole pandemonium. Like, it is mind blowing to have that experience. To have that experience is just so amazing that I can't even explain it. It's just something you got to experience for yourself. And I understood is the mindset. The mindset. And the greatest thing, there is a playbook. Like, you can literally go and do the same things. You just have to get there. You just have to understand that I must adopt it. Guess what? It's not going to come easy. Trying to get to the mindset, it don't come easy. It don't come overnight. You can't put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and it just boom, you got championship built mindset. No. But with also, you're not working on it, you're going backwards. Anything left to itself tends to diminish or go away or rot. You can't just leave it to yourself not to develop your mind. It's only going, if you leave a car sitting for too long, what happens? Tires get dry rotted, it just starts to just disintegrate. Has to be always constantly learning and growing. You have to be growing. You have to be working on something. You have to be working on your mindset to get it to that point where you have that championship, like just, I got it. Just the life, I got it. I understand. Listen, that's all I got for this segment. I am grateful, forever grateful, man. Thank you guys. You can follow me on all of the platforms, Arnold Styles Podcast, on all platforms, IG, Instagram, all of that. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. That's all I got for this episode.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.